And if you dream, cowboy, dream like a king. Dream of peace and clean air and freedom and pure water. But remember, cowboy, it's only a dream.
Where'd you get the clothes you wear? Hey, cowboy, where'd you get the funny hair? What you doing in the land of the midnight sun? You better run, you just a toy cowboy.
I may not look right, but I sure do feel fine. You hang around me and I'll undo your mind.
Hey, cowboy, where'd you get the funny walk? Hey, cowboy, where'd you get the crazy talk? What you doing in the land of the midnight sun? You better run, you just a toy cowboy.
If I'm a toy, then let me do what I do. You wind me up and watch what I do to you.
Hey, cowboy,
What do you want?
where'd you get that horse? Hey, cowboy,
From the man, of course.
what you doing in the land of the midnight sun? You better run, you just a toy cowboy.
I may be small, but I know I'm right for you. No big cowboy can do the little things I do. You get that straight, little Swedish girl?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Whoa, pony. Whoa, whoa. You know, the little wooden horse that's kind of a symbol for all of Sweden is called a Dalahäst. And the other day I bought one. When I turned it over and looked on the bottom, it said, made in Japan. All right, this is leather and lace. Take 7. Let's do it.
Take 8, leather and lace. 8.
Leather and lace hanging in place, and the fire was as warm as the wine. The leather was hot, the lace it was not, so she left my side for a time. Ran into town, leaving her gown of lace in a place by the door. Now the leather and lace still hangs in place, but I never see her anymore.
Leather and lace hanging in place, and desire was the warmth of the wine. The leather was sure, the lace could endure, and endure I did for a time. Then I ran to town, leaving my gown with a face like the red lace I wore. Now leather and lace still hangs in place, but I never see him anymore.
Leather and lace hanging in place,
And desire was the warmth of the wine.
the leather was hot,
The lace it was not.
so she left my side for a time.
Then I ran into town, leaving my gown with a face like the red lace I wore.
Now the leather and lace still hangs in place,
But I never see him anymore.
What do you think, my director? Oh, he likes it. He likes it. Yeah, he likes it. Let's go see what he says. Miss Susie Jane Holcomb.
There's a dream I've been saving for a day. Today, yellow trees, Indian waters, flowing softly on their way. There's a dove in the treetop, singing peace on the wind again and again and again. It's just a dream I've been saving for a day like today. There's some hope I've been saving for a day like today. Love will come, love will conquer every heart that beats today. And it may not be perfect, but at least we can try. You and I, you and I, you and I. It's just some hope I've been saving for a day like today. There's a song I've been saving for a day like today. And the words tell a story of our young men far away. Bring them home, sings the chorus, for they're much too young to die. Must they die, must they die, must they die? It's just a song I've been saving for a day like today. Must they die, must they die? Just a song I've been saving for a day like today. Just a dream I've been saving for a day like today. Just some hope I've been saving for a day.
More breakfasts to go, 14 million seconds of living this away, and I guess it's time I started to pray them bars away. I wonder what you're doing since I don't see you none. Are you still a-doing all them rotten things we done? If you've got some spare time, why don't you learn to pray? Maybe you can help me pray them bars away. Remember old Red Barker, he checked out last night. He still owed him 18 years, it serves the devil's right. He checked out in a casket, he'd been 62 today. I heard that he went crazy trying to pray them bars away. Sometimes I miss the women and miss them all I do. Sometimes I miss the whiskey and I miss the good times too. Sometimes I miss my mama, I saw her Christmas Day, but I never miss a time to pray them bars away. I'm told I should be thankful for everything I've got. So thank you for the rock walls and the brave bulls, thanks a lot. And thank you for the good job at 20 cents a day. Thank you for the break time to pray them bars away. rode on trains with hunger and pain, but we didn't cry. Easy and me and some other guy. We hooked some rides, stood side by side and watched cars go by. Easy and me and some other guy. The days and the nights we cared for each other. The wrongs and the rights we shared with each other. Then one day last week, she kissed my cheek and whispered goodbye. Then Easy walked on with some other guy. One day last week, she kissed my cheek and whispered goodbye. Then Easy walked on with some other guy.
There was once a pretty fair English writer named Bill Shakespeare. One of the things old Bill is remembered for is A Midsummer Night's Dream. Let me tell you something, Bill, it ain't no dream, because the folks here in Sweden are still celebrating something called Midsummer. Now, if you're not Swedish, it's very difficult to understand. And if you are Swedish, well, it's still a little difficult to understand. Since Sweden is dark about half the year, when the sun does come out, it stays out. So, on the 2 longest days of the year in this land of the midnight sun, the people sing and dance and make love and eat and drink. As a matter of fact, they can do just about whatever they want. Midsummer is many things, but more than anything, it's fun.
In the waking hours of some not too distant morning, you come walking barefoot through this cowboy mine, selling yesterday's dreams wrapped in tomorrow's paper, whistling for a dog named Kindness that you'll never find. It's a cold, hard world, love. These are cold, hard times. These are cold, hard times. Standing in some narrow space, you'll hear your mother crying for the thoughts she had and didn't use, and now they're gone. And your father's still out back, he's selling and he's buying. There's nothing he can give you, 'cause he's never once been wrong. It's a cold, hard world, love. These are cold, hard times. These are cold, hard times. I heard my brother died last week, or was that just a rumor? From an overdose of hate taken in his vein. I heard the preacher said God must have a sense of humor, 'cause when they put him in the grave it didn't even rain. It's a cold, hard world, love. These are cold, hard times. These are cold, hard times. These are cold, hard times. Rumpelstiltskin.
If you wanna see what I got for you, you gotta knock upon my door. If you think that I could be good for you, you gotta knock upon my door. I've got something to give you, I've just got to live with. My life ain't got a reason, I'd much rather reason you. You gotta knock up on my door. You gotta step into my hole and leave the world behind you. But there ain't nothing I want more. So knock on my door. I could give to you something really good if you knock up on my door. Come and talk to me, I really think you should. Won't you knock up on my door? You got so much to give me, I want you to be with me. Say you give me what I need when I don't understand it, you. You gotta knock up on my door. You gotta step into my hole and leave the world behind you. There ain't nothing I want more. So knock up on my door.
In some other life, I may have told my dreams to this land, whispered my secrets to this sea, worshipped some god in this sky, and wished I could fly like these birds, and cried my tears on this grass because I could not. And I may have loved you, or some shadow like you. But the sun and I have grown old together, and time has stolen all of our memories and sailed them away on the winds. Still, in some other life, I may have loved you, or some shadow like you. Her skin was the color of the mountain's first winter's snow. His skin was the color of the hot sun's summer glow. And they met by a river called Okima in an August of another time. And she fell in love with this red man and left her people behind. And she learned these things. The ways of a red man are lonely, and his woman can expect little more than a day filled with hard work and sorrow. And so she learns to live for the nights. The nights. And they followed his tribe on a hard trail to the Dakotas far away. And they hunted the big buffalo. And they heard the old chief say, The white man has walked here before us and killed buffaloes for their hides. And so this winter our women and children will feel much hunger inside. And she learned these things. The ways of a red man are lonely, and his woman can expect little more than a day filled with hard work and sorrow. And so she learns to live for the nights. And that winter they died by the hundreds, the people of this red man's tribe. And she walked the cold ground and cursed the white man who killed buffalo for their hides. And they buried their mothers and fathers and the children they loved so. And they prayed the sun god would come soon and melt the Dakota snow. And she learned these things. The ways of a red man are lonely, and his woman can expect little more than a day filled with hard work and sorrow. And so she learns to live for the nights. And the spring came early to the Dakotas that year, and the buffalo numbered 10 times 10, and they filled their stomachs and made their clothes and started their lives again. And she bore her love a boy child and fulfilled the promise of spring. From old comes new, and new is life, and life is an eternal thing. And she learned these things. The ways of a red man are lonely, and his woman can expect little more than a day filled with hard work and sorrow. And so she learns to live for the nights. The nights. The nights. She knew I'd take her side in everything she did, even if it might be wrong. That's why she stayed so long. She doesn't know it yet, and I don't know how I'll tell her that she doesn't need me. What's more, I don't need her. Discovered what love means, then watched it fall apart. It's hard to be apart. I don't know what I'll say, but I'll have to think of something, 'cause she doesn't need me. What's more, I don't need her. I see our love go. Can she see it too? Just the way I do. Ah, but she'll have to. Shame to say out loud the things I know are true. But what else can I do? We should have known, yeah, it had to happen sometime. 'Cause she doesn't need me. What's more, I don't need her. The weather in Sweden is a woman. You're never quite sure what she's going to do next. But if you're careful and you dress right for the lady, well... What are all of these people doing in my pool?
Now when you climb into your bed tonight,
Steve Rowland and the family dog.
and when you lock and bolt the door, just think of those out in the cold and dark, 'cause there's not enough love to go round. And sympathy is what we need, my friend. And sympathy is what we need. And sympathy is what we need, my friend. 'Cause there's not enough love to go round. No, there's not enough love to go round. Now half the world hates the other half, and half the world has all the food, and half the world lies down and quietly starves, 'cause there's not enough love to go round. And sympathy is what we need, my friend. And sympathy is what we need. And sympathy is what we need, my friend. 'Cause there's not enough love to go round. No, there's not enough love to go round. Sympathy is what we need, my friend. And sympathy is what we need. And sympathy is what we need, my friend. 'Cause there's not enough love to go round. No, there's not enough love to go round.
dollars will take a fool like me. Gotta find a place where I can hide. You know I must forget Marie. Marie, I'm standing on the corner feeling raindrops race tears down my face. Crying losers' tears and knowing that I never should have run the race. Never should have let her build a house of love. It's falling in on me. Gotta find a place where I can hide. You know I must forget Marie. Marie, I'm standing on the corner with the raggedy old suitcase by my side. Greyhound bus to come along so I can book a ride. George Baker selection.
Looking back on a track for a little greenback. Got to find just the kind of losing my mind. Out of sight in the night, out of sight in the day. Looking back on a track, gonna do it my way. Out of sight in the night, out of sight in the day. Looking back on a track, gonna do it my way. Little greenback. Got to find just the kind of losing my mind. Out of sight in the night, out of sight in the day. Looking back on the track, gonna do it my way. Looking back on the track for a little greenback. Got to find just the kind of losing my mind. Looking for some happiness, but there is so lonely.
Now back to culture. You know, if you make a good movie, chances are at the end of the year you'll win an Oscar. And if you discover something that's kind of important, well, chances are again that they'll give you an Alfred Nobel, sometimes known as the Nobel Prize. Now, I've been doing a little research, and I found out one thing. There's no category for songs. And that's really too bad, because I think this next song ought to get me an Alfred.
One night Johnny sang the truth to me on a northbound train from Nashville, Tennessee. Taught me all the letters in a loan Saying freedom is where you think it is, but there ain't no train to Stockholm. Received your invitation to the war. I sent it back, so please don't send no more. I'd rather rot in some jail all alone. Singing freedom is where you think it is, but there ain't no train to Stockholm. If I have to ride this train 100 years, and all I have to drink is my own tears, I'll not kill for you or on my own. Singing freedom is where you think it is, but there ain't no train to Stockholm. Governments and politicians too. There's lots of people feel the way we do. 100 million of us can't be wrong. Singing freedom is where you think it is, but there ain't no train to Stockholm. I wake up Sunday morning with my mind all in a haze. Tear stains on my pillow and makeup on my face. I see those empty whiskey bottles and records scattered on the floor. And from the next room I hear crying. Then I remember the night before. I saw her dancing at the party, so young with laughter in her face. And when the others had departed, convincing words, and she stayed late. And now those empty whiskey bottles, they stand accusing from the floor. Then I hear footsteps as she's leaving. Yes, she remembers the night before. If I could turn back the clock, turn it back to yesterday, there are things I wouldn't do and things I wouldn't say. But now those empty whiskey bottles within my mind forevermore. And in the silence I hear crying. Yes, I remember the night before. I've slept in 9th century cathedrals and dreamed my dreams of maidens fair and not so fair. And I've played their games and won and lost and made my own rules. For a cowboy like me, the one in white seems right, for she's pure of mind, and she must be pure of body too. But the one in black, the devil's daughter, though I doubt it, I kind of like her too. Which one, I ask myself, the white, the black, the good, the bad, for there's both good and bad in me. But since it's just a dream, a cowboy's dream, I'll marry them both and wait and see. At one time or another, we've all gone to see a Swedish film, and the man responsible for putting Sweden on the map as a film center is the genius Ingmar Bergman. With titles like The Virgin Spring and Silence and Wild Strawberries and The Seventh Seal and The Ritual and The Magician, we've sat in darkened theaters and let him play games with our minds. Now, in a lot of Swedish films I've seen, and never quite understood, by the way, the people were always standing in or walking out of the Baltic Sea with no clothes on. I've often wondered what would happen if you did it the other way around. So, with apologies to Mr. Bergman, this happy little trio tries it the other way.
Vem kan segla förutan vind?
Who can sail without the
Vem
wind?
kan ro utan oro?
Who can row without an oar?
Vem kan skiljas från vännen sin?
Who can say goodbye to their love
Utan att fälla tårar.
without crying?
Jag kan segla förutan vind.
I can sail without the wind,
Jag kan ro utan
and I can row without an oar.
men ej skiljas från vännen min.
But I can't say goodbye to my love
Utan att fälla tårar.
without crying.
Jag kan segla förutan vind. Jag kan ro utan åror. Men ej skiljas från vännen min. Utan att fälla tårar.
Now I'd like to thank my guests for this evening. Miss Nina Liesel, Rumpelstiltskin, Steve Rowland and the Family Dog, the George Baker Selection, Miss Susie Jane Holcomb, Miss Lena Edling, and all the beautiful people in Sweden that made the show possible. And also, I'd like to thank my little special pieces of nepotism, Debbie and Mark Hazlewood. Hey do, and good night from Sweden.
One night Johnny sang the truth to me. on a northbound train from Nashville, Tennessee. Taught me all the letters in a loan. Sang freedom is where you think it is, but there ain't no train to Stockholm. Received your invitation to the war. I sent it back, so please don't send no more. I'd rather rot in some jail all alone. Singing freedom is where you think it is, but there ain't no train to Stockholm.